It's time!
Fellas,
Damn right.
fellas. It is another motherfucking Monday, so y'all know what that is. It's time to break some more stigmas, generational curses, et cetera, et cetera. If y'all watch our show, you know what we about. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get my part out the way because I'm gonna talk about my week. My week was fun up until Friday when it is another motherfucking Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and explain to y'all real quick about me, myself, and I. I lives in a state where ganja is legal, so I partake of the earth, the mother earthly goodness on Friday, and let's just say my wife tried to take me and her out the game because she added some extras that we had purchased, and that motherfucker had me hallucinating until Saturday night. So it's been a hell of a ride. But other than that, the week was decent.
Smoke weed. Hey, damn, son, where'd you find this? Smoke.
Knew I was gonna knew it.
Shit.
But other than that, it's been a other than that, it's been a good week. I mean, just been chilling, stayed in touch with my brothers because they make sure that if I don't at least that they make sure that we have that kind of bond where we don't have to talk every day, but they make sure that
We talk enough to make sure each other is good.
yeah. We got that. We can talk in depth, or we can pop in. Hey, Negro, you good? I'm good. All right, bet.
Yeah.
So that's been my week. I mean, kids have been. I don't have problems with my kids, honestly. They aren't like. I mean, they eat a lot. I mean, but that's normal.
That's
right?
just teenagers, though. That's just a given.
Yeah. So yeah, I won the parent lottery. Technically, I mean, Facebook has been having me laughing because unless y'all was here, unless you were there, you wouldn't understand what happened 365 ago. But
From last year to here, it's been a journey. We'll say that.
we'll put it this way: last year at this time, CP and Cheapo McClindo were having a conversation about great value food, and it turned into a knockdown, drag out debate. And it was fun. It was fun. But other than that, yeah, my week has been actually pretty decent. I got the car back. She's going back into the shop next week, so I can get the AC fixed. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. I'll probably say it again later, but happy birthday, dear. It is the first. Her birthday's on the 3rd. Hey, if y'all want to donate, y'all can go ahead and hit her up her cash app. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you know what I'm saying? Because a brother be broke and she vegan, so a vegan cake is like $65. So
Shit.
Well, why don't you just go outside, pick up some dirt, put some icing on that? It'll be just the same.
yeah, well, it is what it is. But
Love you, Kim.
honestly, y'all don't have to worry about don't worry about the cake because you got to put the order in 48 hours in advance. So that means we would have had to put it in yesterday. So I paid the rent yesterday. So yeah. But yeah, here's her cash app if y'all want to donate. But other than that, I'm just picking at y'all. But we appreciate everybody coming in and everything. So, fellas, what y'all weeks was like?
Expensive. I had to get the truck fixed and the car. Had to get the battery put in because Dodge likes to put batteries in retarded, stupid spots, like down behind the driver's side wheel well and a spot buried under a bunch of stuff. So you have to take it to a shop so they can take it out and put it back in. Yeah, that was an extra $140 on that one. And then I had to get the front suspension done on the truck, and that wasn't cheap either.
Yeah.
It's been an expensive week for me. I just been sitting at home and eating my ramen and counting my pennies and hoping to make it.
Somebody making a $50K donation? Word? No.
Yeah, we can use that shoe.
I mean, who you telling, bro? I can overhaul the show because I got to get these. I got to get my my other brother. I got to get him his audio set up properly. So
Who?
you,
My audio works just fine. What you talking about?
sir, I got to get you proper. So for this show and your other show. So
Oh, I see.
yeah. I mean, you pump out shows like I pump out shows, so I got to make sure that you on that professional tip. You know what I mean?
Hey man, whatever helps, bro.
Hey, we got to support each other. Support the business, right?
Yeah, man, because we got opened up a haberdashery store.
As long as I get to serve some hemoglobins, we all right.
Man, out of control, man. Well, my days, it's been all right. Kind of bummed. I overslept and missed my therapy session today, so I had to reschedule. So I'm kind of bummed about that. And then there was little stuff here and there that kind of got me in my feelings. But for the most part, it's always a silver lining in everything. They it's not like I said. Like some days you're gonna have your good days, and some days you're gonna have your rough days. And yeah, it's kind of been a semi rough day, but at the same time, I'm grateful because
What happened today, bro? What's bothering you? Let's go ahead and get straight into it. You know what I mean?
nah, man, it's just sleepy, man, and you know, I just was tired because I went to boxing today, and me, I get up and then I just kind of sat down, took a nap, and next thing I know, I wake up and it's well after my appointment time, and I was kind of bummed because I had a lot of stuff to talk about, but
hold on, this was you, Dre.
Yeah, you have a little too much fun with that soundboard, bro.
I'm a little out of pocket today. I'm just a little bit out of pocket today, man. I'm out of pocket. I don't care. And I bought my equipment, and I'm gonna use that motherfucker to the best of my abilities. And god damn it,
Yeah, you got me want one of them boards.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I thought that was me. I was about to say, wait a minute, that sounds like me right there.
Oh, I get you.
But
and here's the motto.
Fuck it all, don't give a shit anymore.
Don't judge me.
you having too much fun with this, bro.
You motherfucking right, motherfucker.
Too much fun.
Hey, you the one told me to start having fun, and start enjoying myself. So I don't want to give up. So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself.
This is true.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
You having way too much fun with this, bro. But hey, man, you gotta have fun, man. Especially like I said, when you're having rough days. But me personally, I just kind of look at, if I'm it could be worse. That's all I can say. It could be worse. That's how I look at things. So yes, I was kind of bummed that I missed my appointment because that's my oil change per se. That's how I get everything out. And I call it a flushing and a flush out, and then you refill up. So I'm kind of disappointed, but she understood, because I'm human. Things happen. I fell asleep and
Sleep happens, man.
it happens, and she was more than happy to reschedule. So I have it. So next month I go next month. So I'll have a lot of stuff to talk about when I see her next month. So things happen. So I try to not get down on it like I used to. But yeah, it's we're human. It's not all, like I said, it's not gonna always be sunshine and rainbows when you're going through this process of healing. So you gotta accept the highs and the lows. So I mean, I'll be all right. It's just, sometimes things just happen. You just gotta take it perspective. You gotta take it to perspective sometimes that it could be worse, and just realize that where you were before and where you are now is always a silver lining somewhere.
Bro, you better say that shit again. Man, healing is up and it's down. And I'm gonna tell y'all the goddamn God's the honest truth. healing hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a messy process.
If
It
you
is.
are going through some things and you trying to heal and you ain't hurting, you ain't doing it right.
You're not healing.
You're not healing right. You're not healing.
Yeah. It really isn't.
And Ashley said it best. There is no
It's none.
time frame when it comes to healing.
It's not.
If you went through some things 13 years ago, I'm using myself as an example because I was getting ready to get out the military, and I was actually technically married at the time and living in my car because of some infidelity on her end. So I lost my barracks room because of being married, but I no longer had a marital home, so I was living in my car. And for me to heal, I had to rip off the scabs and actually disinfect the wound, so to speak.
Yeah.
If for me to say I healed, I had to experience the pain. The pain is part of the cleansing, because until you cleanse, you just stacking shit on top of shit. So when that motherfucking levee bust,
Yeah.
since you know my loving wife / fiance is from that nice boot shaped state. Since y'all know about levees and shit, when that levee bust, now you just got a whole shit storm just flowing everywhere. And then what you gonna do? You're gonna be like, well, damn, what the hell happened? You stack shit on shit. You ran out of space. So now your container full of shit, your floor full of shit, you covered in shit, and you still got hurt to deal with. You got to experience that pain.
Yeah.
That pain. That pain. Because once you've experienced that pain enough, you start to become somewhat numb to it. Once you get to that numbing sensation to where you could talk about it and it don't, then you have hit that point to where you're beginning the healing. That's when you're starting to get to the point to where, well, shit, son, I survived it.
Yeah.
I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a survivor. There's two places of healing: victim, survivor. You got to go through victim, deal with the pain in the middle to become a survivor.
Yep.
Sorry, Pastor. I had to put my robe on there for a second.
Hey,
I had to remind people that
Deacon
I
Dexter.
can't word around up in this bitch. Yeah, I mean,
We all have that moment, especially at our age. You definitely have that moment where you have to unpack a lot of things. And like I said, healing is not an overnight thing, because when you think that you have it, or you think you're fully healed, then it's like a whole nother level you got to go to, and then now you got to unpack that. You got to peel that layer back. So
the longer you wait to do it, the harder it is, too.
Or if you deny it altogether, if you just say that I'm fine and you're not, and you just keep putting it off, that's gonna hurt you in the long run too.
Oh yeah, because we ain't gonna talk about how we and us black men, because that's a generational curse that we got to deal with. We'll stack that shit off. We'll just suppress it, and then the slightest thing, the simplest smell, the simplest phrase, somebody looked at you, quote unquote, wrong. You smelled something, you bumped into something, and then you just erupt, and you don't even know why, because that situation that you never truly resolved has been sitting there eating at your sanity, and you ain't even realized it. All them nights where you tossed and turned and couldn't sleep, that was your brain saying, hey, there is a problem, we need to fix it. All them bodily pains that you got going on, that's your body saying, hey, we need to fix it. All that stress, you 16, but you got the face of a 40-year-old, you broken out everywhere, your skin look like goddamn leather. That's your body saying, hey, we got problems, let's fix it. But we, especially as black men, we're taught to be prideful.
Smoke weed. Hey, damn, son, where'd you find this?
I like how he pulled that out in the middle of being serious. He just pulled that out of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a Rudecaster Pro. It'll make any of your streaming get. I'm not sponsored by them, but look, this is an infomercial. Look, get yourself one of these. You got a bank of buttons. You can store up to as many as you want, as many as you can, memory can take, and you can go podcasting on the fly. Look, this right here, this row of buttons will make everything so much more fun. Yes, and like Rain said, this damn thing to me is self-care.
This is my self-care.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. That's self-care.
I'll be doing that after we get off. I'm gonna be definitely doing some self-care because I think I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. But like I was saying, what you got to do is you got to address all of those stresses. You got to address every issue, big or small. I don't care what society has told you. Every issue is a big issue. Because even though society tells you it's itty bitty, it's minuscule, if you don't address it, that crumb will become a goddamn mountain. And by the time you address it and it's starting to weigh on your heart, your head, and your soul, what you gonna do if it breaks you and there ain't nothing left?
Right.
Talking to somebody who's been on that edge, as Matt has said, I've seen the abyss a few times, like he told me today. So I happen to be just a tad bit mentally stronger than I give myself credit for.
Yeah.
Not
you
everybody.
came a long way. Because I remember how you were. We both was kind of the same way.
Yeah. So and I'm here to tell you, I mean, yes, I am a living example of anybody can make it, but I'm also here to tell you, don't necessarily base your story off of mine, because not everybody's mentally built like I am. I am a Marine Corps veteran. So when I tell you there's a pride factor involved in me, and there is a never say quit until the body gives up in me, because all it would take is for me to be like, I am at my end, and Kim could say something, Drake could say something, or Matt could say something, and then that prideful side wakes up and is like, damn it, they said that they believe in me, then fuck it, let me go ahead and prove them right. And then I get my black ass up off the ground like I'm the Undertaker, roll my eyes, say, all right, life, you hit like a bitch and I'm still here, and we keep going. But not everybody's like that. I've literally seen some of the happiest people in the world take themselves out, and then people say, why? Because they're depressed.
Yeah.
The tears of a clown, you're looking at them. I tried 4 times. I failed 4 times. But if y'all see me in public, y'all think I'm the goofiest motherfucker around. Especially lately, you'll see me in Walmart with my earpods in. I'll be dancing to salsa music. Hell, I was banging Selena today up in Walmart. I'm trying to swivel my hips. I know I ain't got no rhythm. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you definitely in a good move. Your uncoordinated ass is dancing.
Hey, motherfucker. Hey.
I'm just saying, bro.
You know what? I ain't gonna push the button on you. I ain't got time for you today. I ain't even. You know what?
You serious?
He having too much fun with that soundboard, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna keep fucking with you too. So, especially change it.
Yeah. Hey, even Kimberly said you ain't got no dance moves. Hey, man.
Hey, but I'm still Groot. God damn it! All right.
Hey, man. Look. You know we need some backup dancers on the squad team. So.
I mean, I actually be squalling. I mean, I don't be telling people but I be squalling, like, especially middle of the night. I have my headphones on, banging the 5 steps, because Drew Hill is that shit, bro. Oh, and don't make me do that step hop, motherfucker. I'll step hop all.
I'm about to ask you. I bet you be in the mirror doing that shit in the mirror.
Hey, no, nigga, I'm too tall. I'll be don't hit my head on the wall.
It'd be like that dude. He was doing it in the bathroom or whatever. He fell in the shower curtain and left a scuff mark on the wall. That was crazy.
I did it. I did it earlier in the shower. I almost fell out the damn shower. I was, oh fuck! I didn't give a fuck. I'll be giving a fuck, man. I'll be getting high. I'll be getting high, having a good time. But that's what. That's
definitely, man. Because like I said, ever since I switched from alcohol to marijuana, man, it's been not only good for me mentally, but it helps with my PTSD and my anxiety. And
It,
you know,
it took
whenever
me
I,
what 5 years to convince you guys to switch over.
yeah, I should have did a long time ago. It wasn't just you; it was a lot of people that said I should have switched over. And
Yeah, we
I
both
mean,
did.
we're hard headed, so we had to learn. So
But
I'm definitely on that side now, and it's definitely helping a whole lot. So
yeah, because you said you were giving up alcohol, and I said I'd be your sponsor, and
yeah,
you made the commitment, and I've been making the commitment too. Me
I ain't
being
gonna lie.
sober,
I will say
man,
this though. I will say this.
completely different.
I will say this. Even
You're
though
much happier.
I've been sober. You know, I've been sober. There's still times where I actually, especially when I'm having a day like this, where I'll be like, you know what, I want to reach for a bottle, but I always realize that there are a lot of people that are dependent on me and counting on me not to break that promise. I got a teenager back in Florida who I made a commitment to, and I told him that I wasn't going to drink again. So every time I get to that point where I want to have that taste, I just think about how disappointed he would be, and disappointed that my brothers would be, and other people would be. So that's why I haven't.
You sound like
That's,
me. You sound just
yeah,
like me.
yeah. So that's why I just,
Which is ironic. Me and Kim was talking about that in the store earlier. It was like, she's like, I'm gonna buy me a bottle for my birthday. That's you. If you want to drink, that's fine. That don't bother me. She was like, but I'm proud of you. You
Yeah.
went sober. I was like, well, I made a promise to Dre. Dre said he was giving it up, and I said I'm gonna do it with him, and I stuck to it. And she's like, that's good because y'all both have been supporting each other. And I was like, yeah, and I don't feel like getting chopped in the back of the neck when I'm like, yeah, bro. So
well, like I said, I don't want,
yeah,
I don't want to disappoint my son because I want to set an example for him. And
exactly.
speaking of which, I made a post earlier today about being, sometimes as a parent we are very hard on our children, and I'm guilty of it. And I made a post about it today, and I apologize. And I went back and apologized because I have to realize that they're growing up in a way different circumstances than we are when we were growing up.
Indeed.
And I have to realize sometimes that he is human and he has feelings as well. And I had to just take a moment and say, you know what? Let me give him some encouragement because, like I said, we've never seen anything like this in our lifetime, growing up. I mean, nothing at all like this, considering like what happened this past year and what's going on now. So I had to kind of rein that in and, just say, hey, I apologize. I'm proud of you. Just keep going. I understand. I sympathize with what you're going through because, like I said, this is a total unique situation that we are facing. Especially being a child, you don't know where to go or what to do. We got to be that rock sometimes for our children to lean on so they can express themselves to us and not try to hide our feelings. That's another generational curse because I had that issue because I had things I want to express to my dad, but I couldn't because
absolutely
we didn't have that connection.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying not to do that with my kid. So I went back and apologized. Like I said, as parents, we have to do that sometimes. We have to admit sometimes we're wrong. I'm not saying apologize every time, but sometimes every now and then we gotta be accountable for not only them but for ourselves as well because that's who you need to give them that safe space for them to be human.
Absolutely. And I definitely I'm proud of you because as a girl dad myself of two, Kim will tell you, I question every move I make as a parent. I even when I do have to discipline them, I ask him every time, "Am I being too hard? Was that too much? Was that not enough?" And if she ever said when she says, "Babe, that was too much," I do my best to try to apologize, try to try to at least explain to him that I'm not doing anything out of malice. I want you to understand why. I want you to understand the reasons for behind why I'm taking these actions. It's because my actual job as a parent is to make sure that when that time does come, you can stand on your 2 feet, whether I'm here or I'm not. And if you aren't able to stand on your 2 feet, when I finally do leave this plane, because this mortal shell that I got, this mortal coil is just that, it's mortal. It will go away. If I haven't done my job, if you can't make it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So when it seems like I'm being unfair, if it seems like I'm being way out of pocket or out in left field somewhere, it's not that I'm being out of pocket. It's more of a, well, for one, I wasn't there since day one, and that doesn't bother me. I still love y'all just like I had you.
Mm-hmm.
But I all of the lessons that you learned that weren't right, I have to erase those, teach you new lessons, while also making sure that the things that you are being taught by me, by your mother, and by anybody else is proper. And I have to make you also understand that you are a double minority, and you will forever be a double minority. You are black women. I have to set the standard on how you are being treated. If they don't measure up to the small things that I do, that I consider small, you consider them the world. I consider them small. If they can't measure up to those, me nor your mother will accept them, for one. I'm sorry. I mean that it is what it is. But also, I have to set the standard on the things that you somewhat would look for when you get out there in the world. Well, well, pops wouldn't do that. So why in the hell should I stick around? Yeah. Moms and pops, they fussed at each other, but it wasn't like they were really arguing. Anybody who's around me and Kim long enough that, yeah, y'all hear us going back and forth, but there's never any malice behind it. Everybody knows we playing. The kids just look at us and be like, look at these two idiots. Look at these two idiots at it again.
Right.
We know your ass like to fight, woman.
She said, "Try Jesus. Try Jesus. Try Jesus. Don't try me."
Somebody come get her. She gonna catch these skibbity paps. Skibbity paps. Somebody come get her. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
that super cram.
Right. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, when it's time to truly be parents,
yeah,
we converse. We talk all day and all night to make sure we are on the same page about the smallest things and the biggest things and everything in between, because it's just the bond that we got. And when it comes to them girls, to where they all we got. I tell them all the time, and they don't believe me. Y'all do not understand how important you are to me.
That's the best thing. If the kids can see you're on a united front, that's more better for them. And because kids can pick up when their parents are not happy, or if the marriage or the relationship's not what it is. They can pick up on that.
And believe it or not, they pick up at a very, very young age.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Y'all be like, oh yeah, he's 4. He don't know no better. Negro, that nigga knew at 2.
Yeah,
that little motherfucker knew at 2 something wasn't right.
Them kids. You'll be surprised. Like I said, LP, he surprised me every day when he does something or says something. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. And I get on Google and I look and I verify. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's right.
And then the crazy thing is like Rain just said, they see it from a very young age. They can pick up on it, and then they hit you with a phrase that just cuts you to your soul. Yeah. They feel like they're the reason why it ain't working, and you just be like, oh,
that's
my chest. Oh my lordy lord! I gotta go cry, y'all. You just whack them.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst feeling, to think that you disappointed your child. Because as a parent, you do not want to hear those words. Man, trust me. Every time I feel, every day I feel that or not every day, but every other day, sometimes I do feel like I failed as a parent. And every parent's gone through that phase when you have children, because you feel that you haven't done good, you haven't done enough, or you're not good enough because you want your kids to be better than you. when they get older. So it could be very heart-wrenching to hear your child say, is it because of me why you and mom are not together anymore? That could be that's very sobering. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it sucks. Honestly, it sucks. It
It
sucks.
really does.
It really does suck because
It-
no matter what you tell them, you just have to, personally just have to let them feel
Yeah.
it. You have to let them feel it, because if you try to control how they feel, it's not going to work. So you let them feel how they feel, but at the same time, be there for them and let them know that just because the dynamic of the family's changing doesn't mean that my love for you or my unconditional love for you is going to change. I'm going to still love you regardless of why the dynamics changing and how it's changing. My love for my child will never stop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If y'all wonder why I'm grinning like an idiot, it's just my I'm getting notifications that some of my peeps are actually sharing the show. So hey, I appreciate all the support. Y'all just don't know how
Oh yeah.
valuable and important this is to us, because
Yeah.
I don't said it many times. I don't mind shouting into the abyss, but and somebody catch it when they catch it. But yeah, y'all sharing the posts and looking out, and y'all gonna make a brother cry. Yeah,
I see a couple of my folks. I see a couple of my folks checked in. My sister Quita came, Leanne came, and
I see you, Derek. I mean, and
see
that's
Derek, I
my
see everybody.
wrestling podcast partner right there. Rain,
Yeah,
that's my homie from a different mommy right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, I know you watching. You might not be commenting, but I appreciate you sharing, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody checking in and looking out. We just grateful. I mean,
we just giving a safe space for not only men but just for people in general. I mean, it's
right.
a men. It's orientated more towards the men because we have to talk about this more, but. We love when the women folk chime in too. We love the women's, like Carlos Miller say. We love the women's.
I got to say, not being a dad, I can't completely understand what you guys are talking about when it comes to the children's side of things. But as a man, I absolutely love how you guys conduct yourself as fathers, how you take accountability for the things when you do wrong, and how you talk to your children about things. I absolutely love how you guys conduct yourself that way.
You got to, man. You have to. You have to, because
Well,
I didn't have that growing up. And don't get me wrong, my dad, growing up in a military house, Dexter tell you, growing up in a military household, it's a very different circumstance from living as a child. It's way different from living like a normal child's life. It's very, very unique. It's very different because
it's
you're
very
living.
painful. It's very painful, very trying. Like,
it is.
You don't have any leeway. It's
not only leeway. It's not only leeway. It's the fact of the matter is your life is so unpredictable, because once you get acclimated to where you're at, now your parents got to get up and go somewhere else. Like, I moved around a lot as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I moved around a lot as a kid, and being trying to fit in, and once you're acclimated, then you got to go somewhere else and get reacclimated again, and it's very hard. And so, at my age,
I definitely agree.
Yeah, at my age, I needed that. That father figure in my life, and my dad working, being in the Army, he was always gone, and he was always deployed, or he was always doing something, because being a higher rank, you're going to be gone all the time because you're considered the leader. So it was very rough for me growing up, because I needed that. And that's why yes, I was in the military around the time my son was born and he was growing up, but now I have more of a leeway because of my job. I can do certain things that my dad didn't do for me. Like I said, I communicate with my son every day, whether it's by text or by the phone call. And this weekend I'm going to see him for spring break, so I'm excited about that. So I mean,
bro, you got that good job too, bro.
yeah, man. The old days, So I mean, it's you have to like I say, you have to break the generational curse, because I don't want my son to grow up like I did, resenting my dad. Like, we just got back being, good again, but like I said, it was a while when me and my dad, we rarely talked. I think before my son was born, we didn't talk for like 6 and 7 years until my child was born. So I don't want that to keep happening. I don't want that to happen between me and my son. So if I have to go out my way and apologize for being a jackass, then I will.
And that's another thing. I grew up in a military household too, and the thing is my parents separated when I was a wee little lad, like 6 months old type wee.
Yeah.
Like mom was still technically in Germany wee. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
my father was also one where it was very hard to communicate with. There was no apologizing. There was none of that. There was really no support. So I took those lessons, even though people don't understand why I call them lessons. They're lessons to me because they gave me the blueprint of the things I swore I would never do to any child around me.
Right.
Ever. I don't care if they're birth, blood, adopted. We found them on the back porch. I don't care. Give the child the opportunity to be a human.
Got to.
Because one
Because
thing
if you
about
don't, if you don't, they're going to be exactly what you was, and
Right.
the curse and the generational curse is going to keep going. So it's up
and
to
one
us to break it.
and one thing about my side of the story is my mother also went into military. So I bounced from place to place because mom was always deployed Korea and Saudi Arabia, Desert Storm, Shield, Freedom. Yeah, my mom did all of those because
Yeah.
my mom's MOS was supply. Guess what? Which MOS goes on every trip?
The same people that do infantry. That's what my parents were. They were infantry. So
Yeah.
if
Infantry
infantry is going, supply's not far behind.
supply has to go because somebody has got to pass
Somebody
out the equipment to everyone. My
Somebody
mom
gotta
went
eat.
everywhere.
Somebody
Right.
got to eat.
So I was always bouncing between grandparents and different places. And
Somebody says
everyone,
comparable to being a foster kid, basically.
it is. It
Yeah.
is
That's basically
very,
what it is.
very comparable to being a foster kid because even though for me, I bounced from place to place and they were family, my grandmother, my grandmother on my mother's side, then grandmother on my father's side, back to my grandmother on my mother's side because my father's side ended up. Yeah, we not gonna talk about that side of the family, but
That's a whole nother show right there.
yeah, but at the same time, because they grew up in their stern and strict and crazy ways, I never really got a chance or was allowed to be me. I never got a chance to learn who I was. I didn't learn who I was until I was in my mid-20s, and it was like, oh, like y'all want to know something? I didn't watch my first anime until I was 22.
Hey, man.
That was
a
about
lot
the
of
same
first, a
age.
lot of first, a lot of firsts happen. It's just like I said. I mean, look at me. I'm 40 years old and I'm boxing again.
Right.
And I said it today. If I would have took it seriously, I wonder what if I did. Just like with football, when I wanted to play football, I had a knack. I wanted to box. I wanted to learn to box. I wonder if
Yeah.
I would have took it seriously when I was younger.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I would be on the level like a Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather, but I think I would have had a pretty decent career, kind of like in football. Like you're never too late. The moral of the story is
I
you're
have
never
those-
too late to start anything. Trust me.
Absolutely, and I have those same thoughts. What would have happened if? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to break nobody's little digestive system composure, but I didn't lose my virginity till I was 27.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of people that lost it at a late age. Me personally, I didn't. I lost mine at 16. So
Look at you, player.
hey, that
Let me
minister
quit. Let me quit.
that minister's daughters had it out for me as soon as I walked into the doors. So, as soon as I walked in the door, she was just like, "I want him."
Oh,
Yeah, I would have
shit.
been about the same
Here
age.
we go again.
Pretty much. So she made sure she sat next to me in the when we sung in the choir. She made sure she sat next to me on the bus when we went to Bible school. So yeah, she had her eyes fixated on a little old pancake.
And I want to say this real fast because me and Jere, we definitely grew up in a households that were very churchy. My father
Oh yeah,
was
Same.
my dad is a minister. My mom was was on the mother's board, and
Steve
she's
Harvey
East
say?
Star.
What Steve Harvey say on his comedy stand up? Wednesday Bible meeting, Tuesday prayer meeting, usher board meeting, everybody meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, every day.
I want to say this to all of the parents that's listening that grew up in those decision and in those type of households.
Yeah.
Please stop hindering and handcuffing your kids. Stop holding your kids down because that's the devil.
Yeah, I don't do that with my kids.
Please,
I don't do that.
please don't do that, and don't do that around me because I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all don't want to hear. My great grandfather was a pastor of a church. My father is a pastor of a church. I know the Bible backwards and forward. You don't want to go toe to toe with me with verses because I can make you question your own religion about that goddamn Bible. That Old Testament, y'all keep forgetting there's 2 testaments in the Bible, Old and New. And according to the actual teaching, none of it is null and void. So that Old Testament will make every last person on this fucking planet a sinner. Try me.
Oh yeah, and this is the thing with me. I'm very spiritual. Like I believe there is a higher being, but I don't do the church thing. I feel that it's one of the most judgmental places.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody talks about the club could be judgmental. Now the church got the club beat by
You don't know judgmentally been in a church.
Yeah, the church, especially a deep southern, real southern, Black Baptist church. Yeah. That is the biggest, the absolute biggest. It is a popularity contest. They judge you based on your finances. They judge you based on your clothes and
favoritism, status,
full on favoritism. Matter of fact, basically, if you are a kid and you're not a preacher's kid, a deacon's kid, a mother's kid, or cool with somebody on the usher's board,
oh yeah,
sit it down.
And the crazy thing about it is the kids be worse than us. Like I said, that minister's daughter,
oh man,
yeah,
I am a minister's kid. I will tell you, minister's kids are off the goddamn.
They are. Because I was just like, I'm not gonna go into detail, but yeah, that minister's daughter, she did some stuff that would have probably got me kicked out of church. If they would have found out what we did, my mom would probably have me on the altar like Hannibal Lecter with the straight jacket, with the hello Clarice. I had all that. They would found out, but it's very judgmental.
Oh
man.
shit! Here we go again.
If it makes you feel better, I did get kicked out of a church. I got asked to leave when I walked in. I had one person come up to me and be like, "Yeah, you don't belong here. Leave."
And I turned around and walked out. Yeah, because they say come as you are, but when you come a certain way, they don't. Mm-hmm. It's so hypocritical. So I do believe there's a higher being. I do believe there's the universe. The universe dictates our life in some way. I just don't do the building thing no more. I don't go into the physical church because, like I said, you can have church pretty much anywhere. I can have it here in my house if I want it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They say, God is everywhere. And I believe that's true. Some people don't believe it. I don't try to push. And, Dex and Kim made a great point on her show, about trying to push religion onto your children. I don't do that. Yeah. But if my son, he does love going to church, but I don't push him to go. If he doesn't want to go, then that's his decision.
That's on him, right?
That's his decision. I'm not like, because my mom, she made us go. And as we got older, she kind of scaled back a little bit as we got older. But when I was like 9, 10, 11 years old, every Sunday, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was in the church.
Monday through Sunday, I was in the church. And
the only reason why I wasn't in those other days, because I played sports, so I had practice. Right, so that's why I didn't go.
And I hate to say it, but most people, and I know it's gonna sound weird coming from me, but most people in a Black Baptist church, especially Southern, they don't realize it, but they racist too, overly. Because like Matt said, he's been kicked out of churches just for being in his skin. Rain Kim streams on YouTube and on Facebook, and it's on Saturdays at 9 Eastern. No, It's at 7 Eastern. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm tired. I got.
You sound like me. You sound like me earlier, man. Like I said, I missed my therapy session. I was like, man, I must have been really tired. So
Yeah, 7 Eastern on YouTube. Champagne Conversations on YouTube. On her Twitch channel, the RT Kimmy, or on Facebook, you can look up Champagne Conversations that way.
I am Groot.
That's for my mistake. Sorry about that.
it happens. But yeah, so just I don't want to push that because, like I said, the three things that could get anybody emotional is religion, politics, and sports.
Oh man, who you telling?
I try to avoid those at all costs because I'm at a better headspace now. But me and Dexter tell you, like back in the day, mercy, man.
Me and Dre used to tag team sports groups, get kicked out, and then rant and say, "Don't ever put us in another fucking group."
I had to really let go because I would get so upset, and I'd be like, "Wait a minute, why am I getting upset about a person I would never meet, or somebody that's gonna be I'm never gonna see?" And then after a while, I was just like, it was just the same thing over and over and over again. I was just like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Especially like I said, Dexter tell you, arguing with Falcons fans about Matt Ryan, it just got so draining.
Oh man, between that and this guy right here.
Yeah.
I'm sick of they fans. And believe it or not, it's weird. I'm starting to get tired of MJ fans too. Some of them are getting out of pocket too.
You talk about Jordan fans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. Jordan fans, Kobe fans, LeBron fans, Luka fans. Yeah.
Anybody who they obsess over.
Oh, and Tom Brady fans as well.
Oh.
Tom Brady fans.
and for some of y'all that believe it's just religion, sports, and politics. Oh, and like Mike said, sexuality. Oh no, it's music too because there's Beyonce fans, Cardi B fans,
Meg the Stallion fans. Lord have mercy, the Meg the Stallion fans be killing me. Oh man, Eminem fans as well.
I'm so glad I live in a
Eminem
small
fans.
town where that shit doesn't matter.
Actually, the one I have the most problems with is Beyonce fans. Some of them are delusional as fuck.
You know what? Honestly,
console wars too, very much so.
You know what? Honestly, iPhone and Android. I hear a lot of shit about that.
Yeah, that too. But console wars, Androids versus iPhone. Oh man, Mike said it best, man. Stan culture.
Yeah,
stupid.
It's bad. It's bad. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm an MJ fan, but there's been times where I think I was a little too much. And then I would, especially when it was Kobe versus Michael at the time. I was definitely team MJ because
me too.
You know, I really thought that Kobe was jacking Michael's style, but as you get older, like I said, I shared a post earlier about all the players and what they brought to the game.
Yeah,
yes, I talk shit to their fan base to piss them off, but one thing about me, I will always respect a great player and their what skills they bring to the game. I only talk shit to piss off their fans. That's it. That's the only thing I do. LeBron fans, all I got, I just piss them off because they get so agitated so quickly. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for me.
LeBron James, they will find a way to defend him about anything. Well, he's got the most points, this, that, and the other, but MJ played like 100 and some odd games less than LeBron's ever played. That don't matter. Oh my God!
And then
you can't. If it's not even, then don't compare them. Let the greats be greats in their generations.
That's why I said
LBJ is a great in his generation. Kobe was a great in his generation. MJ is a great in his generation. Curry's a great in his generation. Let these motherfuckers be great and just be happy. Be happy you saw it.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's why I said
people just don't enjoy stuff.
And then with him passing away, that really hit home because, I said, he was just starting his life after basketball. He was really starting to elevate himself as a person, and his daughter Gigi, can't forget about her. She was probably gonna be
all of his daughters, man. Kobe was the prototype.
He was the epitome of girl dad. But I'm just
he
saying,
was girl dad among super girl dads. Like,
I think
Being, but damn, dude, you made the bar too high, my guy. I can't reach that.
and with Gigi, I think that her potential was it was barely scratched because I think because she was supposed to go to UConn after she leaves high school, she was supposed to go to UConn. I think she was going to be that next great UConn player. Not only the next great UConn player, but then she'll go to the WNBA and dominate. She was going to be just like her dad. And even Kobe said himself that she was going to be better than him when she got there. And I agree, because who else? Who? What other person that you
She
can
had the
train
benefit
with?
of all his knowledge.
Exactly. You had somebody that played the game well, a great player as your not only as your teacher, as your dad. That's wow. That's
And your fucking team coach.
and your
So
team
not
coach.
only is he making you better, but he's helping your teammates become better.
Right.
Kobe Bryant was going to almost single-handedly elevate the WNBA.
Yeah, he definitely was. Like I said, his life was definitely started after basketball, and it was unfortunate that it happened.
I mean, it was very unfortunate
It was
the way
very
Kobe
unfortunate
died.
that it happened.
And,
Yeah.
and think about this: people fail to forget one of Kobe's last acts before he died was trying to elevate another little girl.
Mm-hmm.
They checked his phone. One of his last messages, he was texting somebody about getting another little girl a scholarship for softball.
Yeah. He was just
You
getting started.
you getting ready to die, and you're making sure somebody is set with some of your dying breaths.
That's why I said I think that's why I look at stuff like that, and honestly it puts it all in perspective, because like I said, I had a rough day. I had a rough couple of days, but to see people still give it their all, even when they're on their last day or their last breath, and they still try to give their all, that says a whole lot. Like I had this video I posted on my page about this guy. There was this guy. He was learning how to box, but the significant part about it is that he got shot in the head a couple months before, and that was his rehab. And I sat there and watched the video, and I tried not to cry, but I let a couple thug tears fall, because
Were you cutting onions? You was cutting onions.
Yeah, because as much as we complain about things that's going on, and no matter how minuscule it is, and we complain about it, this man got shot in the head, and he could have died, but he's got not only a second chance of life, he's actually trying to make himself better by, boxing is a very physical, like, trust me, we had a boxing coach today, and trust me, everything hurt. But to see him at least try after getting shot in the head, that let me know, like, you know what, whatever I'm going through is nothing compared to what he could have died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he could have shot in the head. Not a lot of people survive that. Not only is he survived,
and he continues to push.
He continues to push, and he was in there, and he was trying to do his best, and it's very heartwarming, because, like I said, it could have been a lot worse. So when I see things that used to trigger me or to make me upset, I just think about that video. I saved it on my phone, so whenever I have a bad day like today, I'll probably watch it today. That just lets me know that it's not that bad.
Right.
Like you said, healing is a process. It's not
Absolutely.
always going to be a great process. It's going to hurt, because you have to hurt in order to heal.
Right. It's not always going to be sunshines
It's not always
and
gonna be
roses
like
and buttercups and daisies and
like Rocky Balboa said, it's not how you get hit, it's what you do after you get hit.
yeah. I mean, and believe it or not, you've got plenty of experiences and examples of your own story, to where it's just like you have bad days, and all you got to do is think about some of the stuff you've already been through. It's like, damn, I survived this.
Like
If
I
I
said,
survived that, I can survive this.
like I said, that's summer of 2020. Mercy, man. Whew, that's summer of 2020.
Boy, summer 2020 almost shut Breaking the Stigma down completely.
Man, look, like I said, I lost my passion, but when you have people in your corner that wants to see you do good, you got people in your corner that check on you routinely and make sure you're okay, and you have people that love you, and you got, like me, I got my kid, my child. He keeps it up. He try to keeps me going.
Yep.
And to see where I'm at now compared to where I was last year and what I went through last year, I'm okay. I think I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm not gonna have every day is not gonna be a good day. Let's just get that out the way. Anybody says, especially when you're healing, if you think you're gonna have good days every time, You're only lying to yourself. You're gonna have bad days. It happens.
Yeah,
That's life. It's what you
A-
do now.
Absolutely.
It's what you do now. Vice what I because like I said last year when I was having a bad day, I would just drink myself into a stupor, and that didn't hurt no that didn't help anything. Only thing it did was just give me a temporary high or a temporary fix, and then I wake up or I come down and then it's the same shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So now when I have a rough day, like I said, I have a rough day. Tomorrow I'm gonna hit the box tomorrow and take all my frustration out on the bag. My therapy, even though I missed my therapy session today, I could still have one next month. And then I got my two brothers right here. They know if I always have a problem, I can always talk to them.
Always.
I have different ways of coping with things by just grabbing a bottle and drinking myself into a stupor.
Because a matter of fact, as you already know, you got the key to the door, you got the code to the door. You can swing through it at any time. Matter of fact, we're doing a burger bar tonight.
I might be high. I might be just a little bit.
Well, you can bring your high ass on, get higher when you get here and eat.
We'll see, because that's not a hop, skip, and a jump where you at, especially if I'm.
I mean, but you act like we ain't gonna make sure you safe.
I know, but also I need to get a new tire too. So I'm trying not to drive.
Yeah. You in the same position I'm in.
Yeah,
but those will be rectified soon. Those will be rectified soon. We ain't gonna worry about those.
I'll probably do that when I come back from Florida. I just need one. I just need one tire. My other tires I changed. The other one didn't really need changing, but yeah, it's definitely need changing because it's starting to look like a pimp named Slickback.
I'm mad because me, Kim, and the girls started watching the Boondocks over again this weekend.
Matter of fact, I got my my homeboy sent me another Fire Stick that got all the joints on there, so I've been watching.
I didn't have to do that. My homeboy, he came through with the HBO Max subscription for your boy, and the LG OLED be banging. So we just sat here this weekend.
You know what?
Last weekend and just been watching this. Man, when I tell you, I thought I was bad quoting this stuff. I look up both my kids quoting every word. I'm just looking like I think I may have failed as a parent. They motherfucker, and they was hitting them niggas and fucks and shits hard. They was happy. They was proud of we know this shit. It's
also, I didn't know they had Ed, and Eddie on HBO Max. So I've been watching that too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got Ed and then I got to watch my movies because I still got to watch Tom and Jerry. I heard Tom and Jerry. I heard Tom and Jerry was a pretty dope movie.
Oh yeah, the new Tom and Jerry. Shout out to T-Pain. He is the singing voice for Tom in the new Tom and Jerry. And
right.
I've already heard the song and it is fire.
Yeah, I want to watch that. I haven't watched Judas and the Black Messiah yet.
Yeah, me and Kim are trying to avoid watching it because we already heard how heavy and deep it is. But
it's one of those things. Which honestly, you know what? I'll probably wait until I watch it with Terrence, with LP, because I want him to learn that history because they don't teach that shit at school. So
yeah.
I want him to learn that. I want him to learn that history, and then at the end of the month, it's going down.
Yeah,
Godzilla versus King Kong.
That's Supersize Skibbity Peps versus the Superside Cram. Let's get it.
And according to Matt, the battle scene is 18 minutes long. So if that's true,
that wasn't according to me. It was according to Screen Rants. It was released.
Well, I know you. Right, I know you. You put it in our group chat. So if it's 18 minutes long, I'm definitely gonna have a big tub of popcorn, and I'm definitely gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I want to be totally vested in this movie. Because you know me, I'm Team Godzilla, and he's gonna give King Kong his skibbity paps.
Oh no! See, I'm Team King Kong, man. King Kong's gonna pull this one out.
We're gonna see because Godzilla has.
I love both y'all to death. I do.
Right.
But what I'm waiting on is in April. Because I got Mortal Kombat to watch.
Oh, right. That's coming.
You know what? I'm not hyped about that yet. Maybe because I'm a Street Fighter guy, and I wasn't really big on Mortal Kombat. I was more of a Street Fighter guy, but maybe it'll come around. Maybe it'll come around when
the Street Fighter movie was an abortion.
Well, you know what? I'm not even worried. I'm talking about the video game. I know the movie was trash. I'm talking about playing the game.
Yeah, the Street Fighter games technically are better than the Mortal Kombat games, except for Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 is trash.
It's
gotten better. It's gotten better, but it was.
Well, my Xbox, on my modern Xbox, they got all the Super Street Fighter, so I play that more than Street Fighter 5. I play like the Super Street Fighter 2s and shit like that.
Super Street Fighter Turbo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
DJ's my guy. DJ and motherfucking Ryu and Ken. Evil Ryu is the one. If I get pissed off, I use Evil Ryu, and if I'm really pissed off, then I use Akuma because then I want to kill your ass.
Alpha Street Fighter 3 Alpha. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I can literally watch competitive play of that game all day and be entertained.
Definitely. So it's it's definitely, I'm definitely ready for it because I think that day I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the original Godzilla, then I'm gonna watch Kong Skull Island, then I'm gonna watch King of Monsters, and then leading up to that because Godzilla done whooped everybody ass except one. That's Kong, so he got to get that. He got to get that get back because King Kong's the only person, the only one that's.
So you got
to nobody.
So you got a whole self date plan for yourself.
Hey man, self care, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order me a Godzilla shirt. I'm gonna be ready.
I ain't mad at you.
We know Kong bows to no one, but we're gonna find out March 31st. I think it's March 31st. We're gonna find out who's gonna get the skibbity paps.
Oh, they're both gonna get some good ones, then you know what.
Oh yeah, like I said, if it's true, like you said, if it's a long ass fight scene, I'm there for it.
That's what they've been saying. That's what's been.
Maybe I might. Maybe my cheap ass will get. Maybe my cheap ass will get a sound bar and hook it up so I can hear everything.
It is indeed on March 31st, and I'll help you with the soundbar, John. Don't worry about that because I have to get a different soundbar because the LG has a very low, very, 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 very low clearance profile. Like, yeah, so yeah, I have to get something.
But I know everybody typed about MK, so I'll probably watch it. But like I said, I'm a Street Fighter guy, so that's probably ain't been hyped about it.
But that's you, and that's your preference. And that's what I was gonna say when it came to when we were talking about all of the people in the stand life thing. Enjoy what you enjoy. Just because you enjoy something, just because my daily driver is an Xbox and my fiance's daily driver is a Street Fighter. It is a PlayStation. That shows you what I was thinking about. I enjoy playing. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm less than her, she's less than me because we play different consoles. You just enjoy what you enjoy. What you have fun on is what you have fun on. I have an Android phone, but believe it or not, I also am very versed in iPhones because at one point I had an iPhone. That doesn't mean I feel like one's better than the other. I feel like you like what you like. Each one has its ups, each one has its downs. Do I know personally that iPhone is literally all Samsung parts because Samsung makes almost all of the parts for everybody? Yes, I know that. It's Samsung parts with Apple skin type situation on it. That's fine. I know that. I have an actual Samsung phone, but if it came down to it, I would prefer an actual pure Android phone that can keep up with everything else, but they don't have those.
Yeah.
So, but for me, that's just what I like. I like being able to take my phone and be in full direct control. Like I want to feel like I want to feel like Helsing and Helsing Abridged and I like the abridged version. I like when he goes complete, when he's given direct control and he's able to just release all the Cromwell restriction. Yeah, I like being able to do that with my phone. Oh, this person has this ringtone. Cool. This alarm has this notification for that. This app has this sound. That app has this sound. This does this. This does this. This does this. I like the fact that it has NFC in the back. So I can set up sensors in my house. So if I walk by, it triggers that and it triggers that. I like those things. But if you like your phone to just work and do what the hell it's built for, they got a phone for that. It's about you. It's not about the other person. So I need all of y'all. If you like this company, which means by proxy, you don't like another company, change the way you think. Mm-hmm. I'm an Xbox person. That don't mean I got notifications for PlayStation, so every time they tweet, I can go in there and say PlayStation sucks. The fuck's wrong with y'all? Do you know without one or the other, there would be neither?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Atari guy myself.
Perfect.
Just give me some Pac-Man. Give me Atari 2600 with Pac-Man. You won't hear nothing else from me for the rest of the night. You don't have to put that out there. But hey, I mean, hey, man.
I didn't know I had those pads up. Oh man. Whew.
Hey, either that or
Shit.
I'm an old school guy. You know, I play. You see how long it took me to get a PS4, so you know I fuck with more. I fuck with more of the old school system. Like I said, I play Temple Ball. I mean, I might not play.
You know what?
I might not play.
What? I fuck with Mike. He said it right. True gamers fuck with all systems. Like,
Right.
like real.
Oh yeah, the Sega. Give me a Sega with Streets of Rage 2, and I'm good.
Yeah, I like playing games. Just give me a
I like
system
playing
to play
games.
on.
And the sad thing is Kim will tell you I can play the PlayStation and the Xbox at the same time if I need to. And I can break, and you know, people ask me what to do. I can tell you the combo on either system. Because to me, they're just controllers, but you just switch which buttons are which. Left trigger is L2. Right trigger is R2.
That Xbox always screws me up when I switch over to an Xbox controller.
Yeah,
like, press X, and I always hit it wrong for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. If it
Rain
was
said
Sega,
it absolutely the most. Without either component, they all die.
Yep.
Do you know how many games Sega has made for the others? Do you know how many games Sony has made for the others? Because believe it or not, Sony has made games for all of those. Xbox.
Sega
without,
say, you know
without Xbox, none of those would still be in existence. Without Nintendo, none of them would still exist. Nintendo bought Sega when Sega was going bankrupt. After Sega and Atari had a thing to where Nintendo saved them, and then Xbox has been shadow funding Nintendo to keep them from going under because Nintendo has been in the red for a while.
Long time, yeah.
For a long while. And believe it or not, Microsoft is helping Sony get their cloud crap right. Yeah, the $1 trillion company is making sure everybody stays being able to play what they want to play. So stop hating on any of them. You need all of them, or there will be none of them.
Just give me a Dreamcast. That's all I want.
If you have to hate on anything in gaming, just hate on EA. That's safe. Everybody hates EA.
No. You know what? We can't hate on EA because they are bringing college football back. And if college football comes back in 2 or 3 years, I might get the PS5.
No, I would rather 2K make it, but yeah, right now everybody hate on EA. They killed BioWare. I'm dead.
And Madden is super trash.
EA has been the biggest scoundrels in video game because they are the biggest microtransaction lover ever. I think we got off.
Just a little off topic.
Well, I mean, what we said was no freestyle, you know. So I mean, people here. It'd be different. It'd be different if nobody was talking, but shoot, people in the chat talking right along with us, talking about Nintendo.
I did meant to announce that tonight. You know,
we don't have no
a de facto MC type situation. We don't really have a topic tonight. We just said we're gonna go off the cuff and see how it goes, we appreciate y'all right along. So you know, y'all talking, so y'all just motivating us to keep it to put.
And I will say that as well. Sims is a great game to play. I played on my computer. I played on my phone. I love to play the Sims. I play college football needs to come back. So when it come back, and they also need to make a fight night. They need to make another fight
we need a new fight night.
We need to make another fight night. So, but
I actually want a new fight night, but it better be similar to the engine and scope of the last UFC game. If not, they can keep that shit where it is, dead.
I'm actually kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with college football. I hope Notre Dame jumps on board because right now Notre Dame is the only team right now that's saying they don't want their likeness in the game until the players get paid. So hopefully that gets resolved. But I'm excited. Man. You know, if my PS3 wasn't jacked up, I'd still be playing 14. I'll just get new rosters and just keep going. You know, Georgia had like 12 national championships before it died. So, you know, I just beat the shit out of Alabama just because. So
I used to do that.
Yeah, because I always play Alabama in the.
Yes, Mike. I do remember Cool Spot. It was on the Sega. I love that. I love that.
Cool Spot. What's the other game? The Noid game. The Yo Noid.
I remember the Noid game. Yeah.
I used to play Noid. You play shit out of that.
Better yet, I remember all of the branded games from different big brands ever. I remember Sneak King from Burger King. I remember the Pepsi Man from
Your
Pepsi.
kids.
I remember Sega Sagato, or I think his name was.
Yeah,
He was the
McDonald's
Sega Saturn dude.
it was.
I remember the McDonald's games. I remember.
That's what it was.
all
Avoid
the shit.
the noise. That's what it was. Avoid the noise. That was the game of the game. Avoid the noise.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I remember the first time that I ever slightly remember anything remotely fast food in the video
I ain't
game.
gonna lie.
That was goddamn Burger Time. Y'all remember Burger Time?
I love Burger. Burger Time was, you know what? Burger Time used to get on my damn nerves because I don't even get off the first level because it's so fucking hard. Like, bro, let me breathe.
Burger Time was goddamn Donkey Kong with hamburgers
On steroids. On steroids.
on
That's
steroids. You are
Them
absolutely
damn
right.
eggs, that damn eggs and them damn sausages get on my damn nerves, man. I'm like, y'all let me breathe. Can I just get to the second level? Damn.
Man,
You know,
I-
honestly, we had a good childhood, man. Like it really
Yeah.
was. Every now and then, I would reminisce like what it was growing up, and we used to go to the arcades and skating rink. Like
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah,
put
the
out a
80s and
post.
90s weren't that bad for childhood.
It was, and I laughed. And I laughed when I saw this post. It said it was crazy how your mom would just drop you off at the skating ring with money and just leave. That was pretty much.
Yeah.
And
We,
you know,
we had so
Dexter
much freedom back then.
tell you, growing up in Columbus, man, Saturday night skating rink on Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, up on what is now Airport Thruway, but yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
Good time.
it was. We hit the skating rink. You know, we bust our ass a whole bunch of times, get back up because that's what we're supposed to do. Just pop back up. You know what I'm saying? We wobbles back.
I think that's why my hip hurts now because I fell so many times. I think that's why my hip hurts now because I fell so many times skating. And then Hollywood Connection came along. And everybody was in.
Oh yeah, and we ain't gonna talk about bowling. We is not gonna talk about stars and motherfucking. We not gonna talk about stars and stripes, my guy.
I love stars.
Man,
That's why I got my
we not gonna talk about how we had personal battles with we actually go and look at
Wait, what kind of battles you talk about? You talk about bowling battles, or because I know I had my first fight in Stars and Stripes.
I had my first fight at Stars and Stripes too, but I'm talking about the actual personal battles where you used to pick a lane based on who had the high score, so you could try to do it, and you always try to see if the high score was made with bumpers or not. You know what I'm saying? And then you wanted to outdo them so bad because you wanted your name up there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that.
I had my first fight. I had my first kiss. I had my first booty rub. Stars and Stripes holds a very special place in my heart. It holds a very special place in my heart. It really does.
Oh my god! Oh man! And since I'm a military kid, my mom, she retired at Fort Benning, so the arcade at the PX at Fort Benning has a real special place in my heart because
right next to because I used to go get us because my mom was
right
dropping
next to the commissary. Yep.
She would go to the commissary. She would give me $5, and I would go play games. And then after I'm done, I take the $3 that I would get, and I go get a pizza right next door. Life was good. It was good.
Yep.
It really was.
Man, when I tell you the virtual cop machine was my babysitter, I scope in and you be trying to get the terrorists off the roof. Yeah.
Well, you know where I was at. I was between Street Fighter and NBA Jam. I was good for a couple hours.
Yep. And then we always had that one idiotic friend who would try to steal something at the PX, and we just be looking at him. Man,
knowing they don't know where your parents are because they can just look it up on the system and know where your parents are. Oh, you so-and-so's kid? Oh, hold on, let me call them real quick.
Right. And then you get in trouble because you was with them and they were your friend, and then and then you got to hear about how they can get you and your mama kicked out the PX. And you
banned for the PX, boy. Your parents, look, you might as well just go ahead and not go home.
Boy, if you got your parents' exchange privileges taken, boy,
you might as well don't even go home. That was the worst thing. That was the one thing I would never do. I might cut up acting fool, but I would never ever get those privileges revoked because.
Oh man, I knew the one thing I was never ever truly recover from is getting my mother's tax-free shopping taken away.
Oh boy, that's a death sentence right there.
Don't go home. Don't go home.
You-
I'm telling you. Yep,
so
just
you
like Mike
telling me
said.
I can't go buy my groceries for the price that it say on the shelf? Now,
That's-
you right. You can't go home because
Well,
you
like Mike
go.
said, when you go post, you better behave. Trust me. I can act up anywhere else, but once I cross in the Fort Benning, I better be on my P's and Q's because if I act up just one time, yeah, they don't play. Yes, Kim, my first booty rub, and I think that's when I started having my infatuation with booties. That's where my infatuation with booties came from.
So that's what turned you into Stars and Stripes. Turned you into a booty man, huh?
Hey man, hey, it was hey look, what they said, what's that word? A plethora of booties that stars and stripe. A plethora. Plethora.
So you had a plethora of cheeks to look at.
Hey man, she said if I get a strike, she'll let me rub on it. I hit that strike. I was like, what happened? I made sure I got that strike. She was like, you still didn't get that strike. I'm like, oh word? All right, let's go ahead and hit this curve real quick.
Yeah, I give it to you, a booty buffet. But
That's what it was. That's why I say growing up in Georgia, Dexter tell you there.
Were we slightly toxic when we were kids and didn't realize it? I know
I think we
trying
were.
to show off
We
the
actually,
videos.
I think we were actually just a little bit toxic, which is
We-
why when
we
which is
were
why when
trying
I
to
see
show off
stuff,
the videos.
when I see
Look at
stuff
us.
with my son, like when I see stuff with my son, and he'll be like, "Dad, you heard about this?" I'm like, "Oh, we used to do that when I was your, when I was your age. This is what we man. Come on, it was good times. We was just a little bit toxic. Like the stuff I did as a child. If social media was out when I was a kid, I probably wouldn't be doing a podcast.
Yeah, I agree. We were fast and bad as hell.
Exactly,
But
like Mike said, social media wasn't, and I'm glad it wasn't because the stuff I did
we showed our
back in
asses
the
for
day,
some.
we showed our
I'm so
whole
glad
ass.
there was no social media from when
Them
I was a
child-
kid because
boy, I'm
man,
trying to tell you.
I'd be in jail.
Ooh, I couldn't run. I tell you this, I couldn't run for office. That's for sure. I couldn't run for office.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we have to see where I'm at. To see where I'm at.
I don't know. I don't know about that one because the last El Presidento, I ain't gonna give him his proper name because that motherfucker.
Oh, you talk about Dorito Jesus.
Yeah.
Dorito Jesus.
Hold on, I got.
Perfect.
I'm still in that one. I just want you to know I'm still in that one.
But like I said, we had a good.
Yeah.
We had
Mango
a good.
Mussolini. He rubbed on people. He admitted to rubbing on people. He bragged about it, and he still was the El Presidento.
But-
So
Yeah, but like I said, there's one difference between him just saying that and us saying that. That right there, that part. Yep, Mike, you are absolutely right. They talk about because I remember a couple girls from my high school. They had dudes that were like, yeah. So I was like, oh. So when they say, when they see it today and they think it's something new or something like, ew, like nah, that's been going on when I was growing up. Like,
yeah,
we all knew the girls that hung out with the dope boys and they would come to school and they dress a little different than we did the normal kids. But we knew instead of riding the bus or walking home, they get picked up in the dunk with the 20-inch rims. We knew what it was.
And the weird part about it was when we were kids, the ones who were doing certain stuff, they dressed a certain way. So for us, we knew. Now nobody else knew what it was, but it's like they dressed in code. Like,
oh yeah.
She's a favorite of the basketball team. Got it.
Oh yeah. Or like I said, if you out there moving that weight, you dressed a certain way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You dressed because like I said, when I used to smoke, I knew who to go to get the smoke.
Probably me.
Well, if he was in my school, I'd definitely come to you. If he was in my school, I'd definitely go to Matt. If he was in my high school, but we knew. And like I said, it was a wonderful experience, and it taught me a few things. Especially now, growing up now, being a father, you have those experiences passed on to your children, good and bad.
Well, fellas, unfortunately,
It's time.
for us to go home.
About that time, huh?
Yeah.
We kind of went over our hour. Well, I mean, these
We usually do go over an hour. We're
We do
pretty
go over an
consistent
hour,
about that.
yeah, and this was actually a good show because we just went off the top of our dome. We went down memory lane. We talked about pizza, video games, and butt rubs, and stars and stripes, and Dorito Jesus, but we did get our message across. Hopefully,
And
somebody learned something from us
honestly,
today.
this show, even though we decided to come off the cuff, it felt more natural than some of our other shows. And I know I'm gonna help whoever needs a deck get a deck. I mean, these things are nice. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
It is.
I don't want to go. We gotta go.
But
I
before we
we
leave, are we gonna do a benediction, or we just gonna?
You want to do a benediction? I do a benediction. All right.
We can. We
So
just it could be something short and sweet. I'm sure Matt's ready to eat.
yeah. So this time, instead of doing the three-way dance like we normally do, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap all this up at one because I got a feeling I already know what Matt's gonna say. He gonna tell us to have a good week, behave ourselves.
Smoke, smoke, smoke weed. Hey,
That'll be me in a minute. As soon as we get off, I'm gonna go. I got that Gorilla Glue already out the box. I am ready.
And he's also gonna tell us that he's got to go eat. Dre,
Yes.
you gonna tell us that you already told us you got to make sure you talk to your therapist and get that locked into place.
Self-care.
You know what I'm saying? Self-care is a must.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch on that topic that you talked about the what you doing texts. I mean, I don't understand why it's such a big deal because everybody's got a life. So if I send you a what you doing, I mean, I mean, I get it. I get what they're trying to say, but you never know what thing that y'all are throwing away by not responding to that what you're doing. Because I'm the type of person to where I might ask you what you're doing just as a opener. And then when I get to know you,
It's
I
a
don't
jab at
mind
boxing.
rolling, I don't mind rolling that red carpet out. But since you got so up in your feelings about what you're doing,
And honestly, this is how I feel. If the guy's just saying what you're doing you to death, then cut him off. Don't entertain that. I'm talking about the guy that says what you're doing, then he follows it up. It's like a jab in boxing.
Yeah.
You use a jab to set up your punches. That's what
Right.
you're supposed to do.
but at
Jab,
the same
cross.
time,
You don't just come in
Yeah.
with cross.
right? but
Unless
at
you're
the
Mike
same
Tyson
time,
come in
I'm
with
not-
hooks and uppercuts. I mean, unless you're Mike Tyson, but
Right.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah.
same time, I don't know you like that. So I'm not about to be like, so how you doing today? No.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a short, sweet, what you doing? You
yeah,
want
what
to
you
answer?
doing? And if you answer, if you say
If you want-
nothing, then I can be like, all right, let's ABCD, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Because
Yeah.
the way I'm wired, the way Dre's wired, the way Matt's wired, because we 3 P's of a pod. If I'm willing to even shoot you at what you're doing, that means I'm willing to make time for you.
Mhm.
But you don't. Well, dear, what I'm doing is we're getting ready to close this show. So love you, go. But
yeah,
but
it just bothers me because I see women all the time. Don't text me what you're doing. How else am I going to get to?
oh,
Okay, if they send the stuff like that, then yeah, you definitely need to put them on blast.
whoa.
Why do guys
Yeah,
send dick? The dick does not photograph well, gentlemen. Do not send dick pics.
Wow.
I would never, ever in my life do that. I would never do that. Like, that's a whole nother topic. We can't even talk because that's
Yeah, well, that's a whole other show right
that's
there.
a whole other show right there. Because I don't know what would convince anybody to do something like that. But
I don't know. But
like,
to finish this up, I got to do a little bit of house cleaning. All right. So, this is
ahead.
Breaking the Stigma. We're here every Monday. 8 o'clock seems to be our good sweet spot. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Look up Breaking the Stigma. We got a channel. We on Facebook, Breaking the Stigma. We got a page. On my personal page, on Dre's personal page. I'm not sure if Matt shares the video, but probably on his personal page too. You can also find us on Kim's page because she shares us there. Which leads me to my next one. Champagne Conversations every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. YouTube is Champagne Conversations. She got a page. Facebook, Champagne Conversations. She got a page. She on Twitch too, BRT Kimmy. We on Twitch, but whatever. I mean, if you see us on Twitch, you see us on Twitch. I don't care about that. I'm gonna get my Twitch back to gaming soon. So it is what it is.
Kimberly's a trip. Oh man.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
We might have to do a show about that next week. We're gonna have to talk about the do's and don'ts of sending pics and sexuality. All that.
We can probably off the cuff
Flirting
again.
etiquette.
We can
Yes,
probably off
yes.
the cuff it again, and then we'll just cover it while we in it, because off in the cuff it seemed natural for us. But
Yeah, but
Tuesdays and Thursdays, I need all of y'all to check out Black Girl Interrupted podcast on YouTube, and
it's a good show, dope
it's
show.
on YouTube. The host of that show has been in the chat with us all night. She's been coming along for the ride for us with us lately, and we appreciate her. So we're gonna shout her out as well. Appreciate you, Leanne. We don't really rock. We just trying to give y'all what y'all want to hear,
No, we
what
try
y'all
to-
need, and help brothers become better brothers. I've plugged Rain's stuff before, but if she wants to plug herself plug stuff again in the chat, she can, and I'll go ahead and put it up on screen so you can check out her cosplay stuff. You can check out her Twitch and all that fun stuff. Other than that, I really don't have nothing else unless
That's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate
That was a good
everybody.
show. We had fun.
Definitely have fun, and I appreciate everybody checking in with us to hear us speak. Take time out y'all day to come and hang out with us. So from the bottom of our hearts, we're very grateful for that. So if you missed the structure, we'll be back next week. We'll do a combination of structure off the cuff, but you know how it goes. We're just three guys, very opinionated
do
guys.
stuff.
We just do stuff, and we smoke weed every day. That's all we do.
Yeah.
Smoke weed. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
all right, so
That
we
should be
up
my
outta here.
ringtone. That's gonna be my ringtone right there. That's gonna be my ringtone. So,
And I'm gonna fade us up out of here, and we appreciate y'all.
all right.
Peace.